In the last episode at the Cayman Rider Diner, I spoke about fandom, and I said our people in Japan, if they love something, they really love something. That also goes for their love of arcade and gaming culture. You've got places like Sega's Joypolis, that is a giant indoor arcade that not only has like VR walkthroughs and interactive games, but it also has like a giant indoor fucking roller coaster that you play an interactive game while you're doing fucking loop-de-loops. There's even games built into the urinals in Japan. I'm not fucking kidding. There is games where you get more points depending on how much piss comes out of your dick.
So straight away I want to show you the sickest toilets that I've ever been to. Now be warned, because I'm going to use this toilet, but it's purely for document purposes. Check this shit. Play a game while you go to the toilet.
There's also places like Akihabara that is just like the mecca of otaku culture, where you can't turn a corner without finding a 5-story high arcade. Whether it's retro or contemporary gaming or VR, they just fucking love gaming in Japan. Now I'm a big fan of retro gaming. I love retro arcade cabinets, I love 8-bit and 16 and 32-bit graphics, I love side-scrolling beat-em-ups, I love beat-em-ups and flight simulators and all that good shit. And I also love post-apocalyptic shit. In fact, we made our own post-apocalyptic fucking feature film, Unit 11. These are two things in my brain that just make up the DNA of the human that I am today. So when I heard that there was a 5-story high, full post-apocalyptic themed arcade, it was something that I had to check out. So this is in a place called Kawasaki. It's just a little train ride outside Japan. I always call it Tokyo, but it's not actually Tokyo, it's its own area. And there is a place called the Anata warehouse. Now, something that I always say about Japan is that you can eat your fucking dinner off the street. It is that clean. It's so fucking clean. Every morning you'll get up and there's people sweeping the roads outside their shops and houses. There is not an inch of chewing gum or cigarette butt on the streets in Japan. You're not allowed to chew gum or smoke on the street. This is a place that's so fucking clean. So when you see a giant rusty post-apocalyptic fucking tower just stuck in the middle of all the other buildings, you know for a fact that you're at the Anata warehouse.
So right now we're outside the Anata warehouse in Tokyo. Arguably the craziest arcade in the whole of Japan. We've come all the way to Kawasaki to check it out. Let's see how we get on.
So there's two entrances you can take to get into the Anata warehouse. There's the front and the back. We went through the front, so as soon as you go in, these automatic doors open and you're just greeted by this entire fucking like post-apocalyptic grungy little street. There's tiny little details everywhere, little chopped pieces of paper and scratches and nooks and crannies and rust and grime. There's slime on the wall, there's smoke coming from vents, there's audio playing to make it sound like you're in a busy little fucking apocalyptic back street. You're instantly immersed in this world. You walk a little bit further forward and you see the back entrance, which you would have come in if you took the other way to what we took, and it's a huge fucking yin-yang circular door. Again, opens up with the automatic doors and you're greeted by this toxic fucking neon glowing toxic waste pool, like a lagoon with concrete stepping stones to get across it and rusty handrails, so you make your way across this glowing toxic fucking liquid, and then there's this mad hexagonal like sewer tunnel that's all lit up and all the side is like neon stalagmites. It's fucking awesome, and you expect it to smell like a sewer, like some Urbex fucking grim sewer that you found, but it's all lit up really neon, it's bright, it's fresh, and it smells nice. And you touch the wall and it's just all painted and fabricated to look like that. It's not real, but it looks so fucking legit. There's lots of cool neon signs, so I'm just gassed off all this shit. I haven't even got to the arcade yet. I'm filming all the signs and looking at all the little bits and the nooks and crannies. If you look through a window, you can see that there's like a glass panel with like a girl asleep in underwear, like some horrible little fucking Chinese brothel that's like just off a side street. It's so fucking weird, but it's awesome. It looks just like a legit movie set. I'm walking around, I'm thinking Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Demolition Man, Blade Runner, Total Recall, all these sick fucking post-apocalyptic films with all the crazy little back streets full of grime, and you expect rats to be running around and shit. It's fucking awesome. And this is before we've even seen a single arcade machine. There's lots of places that they will have got the ideas for the aesthetic for this building, but one of the main ones is a place called Kowloon in Hong Kong that were demolished in the 90s, but it were like the walled city, which is 14 stories high of just pure shops and houses, really fucking shanty town, close-knit streets, and it was really fucking well known for its criminal activity. So we head up some escalators, and there's a ton of escalators in this building, and I was expecting to be instantly greeted by some kind of desk where you've got to pay. I was fully expecting to put like £50 down each just to get into this building, because it's well worth it, and this is not like, they haven't slacked on anything. This is like a full legit experience going into this place, so I expected to be paying a fair whack just to get into it. To my surprise, this entire building is free to get in. You can go in and look round for free. The arcade machines cost, you've got to put coins in them, which is fair enough, but this building you don't even have to pay to get in it. You can literally walk in and look round for nothing. So you walk into this big foyer area and there's just fucking retro arcade machines everywhere, proper Ridge Racer simulators and that kind of thing, space shooters, driving games. If you look up you can see that it's fully set out like a shanty town. There's all neon shop signs glowing, there's hanging wires, and there's even people's like washing hanging from fucking washing lines with noises playing. It's so fucking good. There's even a little like market stall to the left when you walk in with all like realistic looking rubber bits of chicken, proper Hong Kong street food shit. To the right of that there's like grabber machines and drinks vending machines that work, but they're all rusty to look like they've been through a fucking nuclear blast or like some mad toxic flood that washed them all and then got drained, and this is just the aftermath of what's left. So these are like fully working vending machines, but they just look fucked. There's a TV playing and it's full of music videos that have been filmed in the Anata warehouse, and like I can fully see why. It was just aesthetically perfect. My two favourite things, retro and post-apocalyptic. I'm ready to play some fucking arcade games, let's go. What? Yeah? So you kind of have to break this entire building down floor for floor. So the bottom floor is just all retro arcade machines. It's all retro arcade cabinets as you first go in, and then there's a ton of grabber machines. Now the grabbing machines in Japan are fucking bizarre. You can win the maddest shit in them. I'm talking cookies, popcorn, ice cream, cigarettes, fucking crackers, cloves pegs, the most random shit. You can just get anything in these grabbers. Anything from food to a soft toy you can get, and I don't mean food like some chocolate, I'm talking like pot noodles and soup and like legit shit that you'd have in your kitchen.
Your skill there. Oh, come on! That was robbed.
Pringles and bad boy ones.
So I had to go on some of them and I didn't win nothing, obviously, because you never fucking win on them machines.
We need to save the points for the gaming, so we ain't going to win snacks. We can just buy snacks from the shop.
So then if you go a bit further, they've just got a ton of old arcade machines. So you've got everything from space shooters to beat 'em ups. You've got Marvel, Capcom, X-Men vs Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Virtua Fighter, all the classics. And these aren't actually in old arcade cabinets. They're all in like these newer housings, so they all play nice and they don't crash, but they've got all the old arcade machines in there so you can play all them. Around the outside is a ton of like dance mats and guitar hero simulator, whatever that is, flight simulators, drum machines, all that kind of thing. They've got lots of classic like seaside ones, like the old crocodile that you got boom, bash him on his head. Then there's like a sick tom game that I like, because I used to play a snare drum years ago, so I'm not bad on the old tom game.
Straight away the first floor you come in and there's just so many retro games, so many beat 'em ups, Virtua Fighter, X-Men vs Street Fighter, all that kind of stuff is wicked. So we're just going to head up to the second floor now.
So on the second floor, if I remember right, is just all new arcade machines, all the contemporary ones. Now in Japan, there's bare games there that I've never heard of that are just so popular. You'll see 50 in a row of some mad like anime game where you do this with your hands, and I've never heard of it before, but they must make a shit ton of cash because people love them. So there's a whole floor of all the new arcade games. Third and fourth floor, again, it gets more high up and more prestigious. It starts being nicer. There's more carpets down. The walls are decorated more nice. There's a lot of more like gold ornaments around and that kind of thing. And as you get further up, you start to get to more like ping pong and pachinko and snooker and darts. It starts to turn a bit more like a casino the higher you get up to the building. Then on the fourth floor, like I'd never seen nothing like it. As soon as you get off the escalator, there's like a giant like Greek fucking stone carving of horses and fountains and that kind of thing. The kind of thing that you'd see in Europe, all lit up with red neon lights, and it looks proper prestigious and high end. Like you can, it's like some Colosseum shit as you get to the top floor. Then obviously we knew that there was a fifth floor, but we didn't know how accessible that was because it was like private. But if you know what we're like at Slimehouse, we don't let a sign saying private or fucking guest only stop us from having like a little sneaky peek. So we jumped in the lift and we went up to the top floor, and the doors opened and I'd just never seen nothing like it. If all those other ground levels are like post-apocalyptic, slightly getting bigger and better, this one is like fucking Willy Wonka. The doors open, there's like some mad coloured carpet, there's all like weird caves, walls like with jewels in them or some shit. There's like a mad dummy of a butler like holding a tray, and there was signs everywhere saying like members only. Obviously, we're just visiting Tokyo. We ain't got no membership to be there on this floor. But I'm having a little sneak round, and I see that there's a little bit that you can go around, and that's where like he's fully members only. But there's a giant library just full of manga, and then there was like a door that you could go in with a card key, and that was where it was like full of businessmen, proper on some casino shit. Like they're doing proper gambling and that in there. So I weren't that bothered about going in that area. Then we got stopped by a lady that asked us if we was members. Obviously we said no, we're not members, but we saw a sign saying food, and we goes, oh, we just wanted to get some food, and she's like, oh yeah, that should be fine. And she gave us the menu and we ordered a bit of food, and then you also got unlimited drinks and ice cream. Now if you know me, you know that I am a fizzy pop soda fucking nut. I love Relentless and Monsters and flavoured fruit sodas and all that kind of shit. I love it, it's my favourite. And I also love Soda Float, when you have soda with ice cream in it. So to have unlimited, so to not only have a meal, but then also have unlimited soda and unlimited ice cream, I was just in my fucking element.
It's like melon sauce, it's sick. Kiwi, yeah, even better. So we'll come upstairs and it's like some members only part that you can get a free drink if you order food, which is what we've done. So just gonna like make our own sick float out of this mad energy drink I found here called Real Gold. That's my new favourite.
Overall, this building was just fucking awesome. Like I said, you didn't even have to pay to get in. You could literally just walk in, sit down and just do some drawing or some work. There were people there doing work and just doing a bit of writing and drawing and catching up on college work and shit. There were people that were walking in on their dinner break just to come in to have a quick game while they had their hour dinner. Businessmen and businesswomen just coming in to have a quick game while they were on the break. The whole building from floor to ceiling was completely decked out like you was in a movie. Even the toilets were all on some dirty, smashed up Manhunt level shit that you went in and they looked like they'd been found in an abandoned building.
So the girls' toilets are really nice. And this is the men's room. Sick.
But it was all clean and smelt lemony fresh, yet they looked fucked. It was cool as shit. And then the girls' toilets were all nice and again set up like something from Europe with nice tiles on the floor and plants and nice walls and shit. I'd highly recommend going, even if you're not that bothered about gaming. Like Claudia, she's not that big on gaming, but she had a fucking awesome time because you can't not have a good time at Anata warehouse. The entire building and the experience and the arcade machines were all fucking incredible, and it's just another reason for me to be so fucking in love with this amazing place called Japan.